What is going on, guys? Back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about 8 tiny altcoins across different narratives which I think have potential of up to 100x. Now guys, of course the market is pretty much moving sideways right now. There is news, with beef between Trump and Musk, and on top of that, there is still some uncertainty in the market. But ultimately, guys, there is definitely a sense of change in the market. There is a lot more positivity in the market. And ultimately, I think if you're still here and you've been patient, you are going to be rewarded for what is to come, God willing. So, this is why it is always important to have patience and why you need to build conviction in whatever plays you're bullish on, right? Now, these are high risk plays, some of them more high risk than others. And we're going to talk about some top altcoins, right? So, the first one, which is a meme coin, which I'm extremely bullish on. And normally, guys, I don't really like Solana meme coins in terms of, long-term holds. But this is one that there is an exception for. This is Luby by Stephen Bliss. I've covered this many times on the channel. And ultimately, I have a lot of conviction in this still. Now, I did bring this, I think it was around 200k market cap. And it did rally upwards of 1 million in market cap. Since then, it has come back down. We've seen some big whales exit this project, but we are also seeing other whales come in. 400k market cap, I think this is extremely undervalued, and this is one that I can see potentially doing upwards of 100x, right? 100x on this, guys, is around 40 million. For me, that is very possible. You all know who is behind this. If you don't know, this is essentially made by someone, Stephen Bliss, who used to be a senior artist at Rockstar Games. He has made, the art behind GTA, behind Red Dead Redemption, Bully, other top titles as well. And ultimately, this is a very undervalued project, which I think is an extremely attractive buy at these levels. Now, of course, guys, market cap, this is extremely low cap. This is a nano cap, but this is one which I can see doing well. The reason I like it as well, they do have a very engaging and active community, and they do have some very good looking artwork behind the project as well. They did this thing here for charity as well, which is really good. And also, for me, this is something which I'm going to hold for the long term. We all know GTA will be released in May next year. And this is one which I can see really having an insane pump because the team is still pushing. They haven't abandoned. And this is one that I do have confidence will not rug, right? You might have dips, but there are opportunities to get more. So this is, for me, this is one of my top meme coins that I currently hold. I think it is going to really perform well. The second one, we are getting into the RWA narrative. And for me, this is arguably one of the best, if not the best, low cap options when it comes to the real world assets narrative. $9 million in market cap, prop base, extremely bullish on this, guys. It is a really good way for people to get exposure to investing in real estate, and you can do it with as little as $100. Essentially, they have some very high quality properties, very high quality brands behind them as well, also on base and also on Aptos. And if you do know, we've seen some big news behind Aptos and also Sai, really making huge moves here. You can see here, Aptos, co-founder and CEO of Aptos, joins the CFTC, which is essentially a regulatory agency based in the US. So, this is something which is massive, and it just shows you how much sort of regulation, how much adoption we really get in some of these cryptos. And also we saw, with Sai as well. So prop base is on Aptos, and also on top of that, guys, they are continuing to develop. They continue to push out, developments. And another thing I like about this as well, guys, it's consistently trending across, when you judge social metrics. This is consistently performing well. So for me, this is another one which I can see really performing well. 9 million market cap, guys. Again, of course, 100x might be a very, very bullish case, but for me, this is something which has a huge amount of potential, and it is something which I think you should definitely take a look at. The third one is another. This is what you could consider a low cap, micro cap. Ought $20 million market cap. For me, this is probably the most undervalued AI project. With what they're doing, with the revenue they generate, with the partnerships they have, for me, guys, it is only a matter of time, and you're probably tired of hearing that. And again, guys, that is why the patient people will be rewarded. If you can hold, if you can wait and be patient, this is one which is going to absolutely explode. Now, they did update the website, which is insanely bullish. I do like how this updated website looks. And as I've said before as well, guys, we're seeing the amount of contributors on the data hub, and also in terms of the nodes. You've now got nearly 90,000 nodes worldwide. And you can imagine, guys, this is just getting global adoption, right? massive partners, and something else which is extremely bullish, which they've announced recently. The Data Hub, the decentralized app for the Data Hub, has become the first decentralized AI dApp launched on the Binance wallet. So this is something else which is insanely bullish. We all know that they are, the storage provider for BNB chain, but now they are also listed. The decentralized app, the Data Hub, is listed on Binance Wallet. Now, for me, guys, this is a project which I think they are biding their time before they really get that massive, massive listing. So you're still early to this, guys. This is only 20 million market cap. For me, this is one which can go upwards, towards the billions in market cap, right? With what they're doing, with the developments they're doing, all they need to do is improve marketing. But I do have conviction that they will definitely address that. So for me, guys, another gem which you should definitely pay attention to. You're early to this, you haven't missed a boat. And for me, this is one which I can see performing really well in the long term. The next one is a meme coin, Cyan. This is one which I was bringing you a few months ago. It was, I think, around 1 million in market cap. So it is up 4x. And of course, guys, you should have been buying it before. There was always an opportunity for Cyan meme coins. I was telling you months ago. And ultimately, it has come up a lot. This did actually go to, I think, 7 million. Then obviously some big whales, dropped the price. Has come down to around 4 million. And ultimately, guys, when you look at the site ecosystem, this is still an ecosystem which is very, very unsaturated. This is 4 million. If you look at some of the other chains, some of the memes are, much, much higher. Now, this is a meme which I do really like. And again, the name is really good. This is always going to be sort of related to Psy. It's always going to have that narrative behind it because, of course, it is called Cyan. So for me, guys, this is one which I think can still do some insane returns from here. It does have some centralized exchange listings as well, or you can get it on some of the dexes. I get it on DragonSwap, which for me is my favorite dex for Psy. So yeah, guys, this is one which I do think can perform well. There is another one, of course, which I did bring you before as well. So in terms of Cyan, the memes do look good. Maybe they could potentially post more because the sort of competitor which is starting to catch up is Millie. Now, this is another one which I was bringing you around 700k market cap, guys. This is one which I was buying down here, and I am up, I think, over 4x on this currently. So this is another one which I do like. It also does have a Mexi listing, and you can also get it on the various dexes, Yaka Finance, DragonSwap. And this one I do like as well, and it could potentially be a close race between Sai and Millie. This one is a dog coin on Sai, and we all know how well dog coins do, guys. Dogecoin is the biggest meme. It is a dog. Shiba, we've got Bonk. So this is another one which can potentially give some insane returns. And the other thing I like about Millie as well is they are a lot more consistent when it comes to posting. They do sort of post more frequently. So ultimately, guys, if you want exposure to Sai, if you want some meme coins, this meme looks so cool as well. You could either pick one of these. Now, personally, I hold a few. Another one I do hold as well. I hold this one, Shenron. I hold this one, Cybaka, and I do hold some of the other DGen ones, guys. But they are extremely high risk. But in my opinion, I think Psy is going to continue to perform, and we're going to see these memes go a lot higher. So again, of course, these are very high risk, guys. So you do need to be aware of the risks. Next one is another RWA/AI. It does have some factors of AI into this. Crypto autos. Now, this is one which I am very bullish on as well. And essentially, this is looking to be the main platform for the luxury vehicle industry. Again, allowing people to buy their vehicles in crypto. I think they've got partnerships with a lot of dealers across the globe. But they also do have a good amount of token utility. And they are also very good when it comes to marketing, right? They've got some of the biggest influencers behind them. Alex Becker, this is one of his RWA picks, and you can imagine that he's going to continue to, shill this as we go through this market. So for me, this is another one. Of course, it is higher risk, but the vehicle industry is an industry which is, continuing to grow, and I do think that this can perform well when we have an RWA rally, which will come at some stage. Continuing to update, they have partnerships with a lot of other projects as well, AI projects as well. So again, this does give you exposure to various narratives. The next one on the list, guys, is a gaming coin, a very degen, high-risk gaming coin in the form of Octo Gaming. Now, this did come down massively. This was touching nearly 1 million in market cap. I did pick up a little bit because I did see an opportunity for gaming, guys. Whilst everyone is calling gaming dead, that is, for me, an opportunity to get some exposure into gaming. Now, whether or not we've got to wait 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year, for me, gaming will rally at some stage. And for me, guys, Octo Gaming is one which I do think is one of the best microcaps when it comes to gaming. Now, the amount of players this has is insane. They have very good games, and this is one of the projects which has a lot of partnerships with other big names. They had a partnership with PSG in relation to one of the games. They have partnerships with Bonk, with Ponky. So for me, guys, this is one which I can see doing really well. It is very small in market cap, and when gaming has a comeback, this is a project which you can see doing a 5, 10, 20x in a very short space of time. They did also get another listing, MEXC, so it just gives you more opportunity to buy on various different exchanges. So for me, guys, this is one to definitely keep an eye on, and for me, I really do like it. And when I do have spare time, this is one that I do play. And the final one on the list is another one which I was bringing you when it was pretty much at the lows, Natix Network. Now, this did rally all the way to over 40 million in market cap, and it has pulled back around 50% down to 20 million. And for me, guys, this is one of the best DePin projects. This is one which has a real use case in regards to geo mapping. And they also have a partnership with one of the biggest sort of, delivery companies in the world in the form of Grab, essentially the Uber of Southeast Asia. And this is one of the biggest partnerships I've ever seen in terms of a crypto project. It is insane. On top of that as well, they do have a subnet on Tau as well, which is extremely, extremely bullish in the form of Street Vision. And yeah, guys, they are working, they're doing real world sort of developments, and they also have a good amount of revenue generation as well with their various products they offer as well, such as the VX360 as well. So for me, guys, this is one to definitely keep an eye on. This is one I can see performing extremely, extremely well once we have a comeback in terms of DePin. This is one which I can see really doing some good numbers. So yeah, guys, those are 8 projects that I am bullish on that I think can perform really well. A lot of these could potentially do upwards of 100x, but ultimately, guys, you have to make your own decision on where you want to take profits. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon for the next video.